On Linda Grillinger, Michael got in trouble at the downtown library because he ordered pizzas and sent them out to other people's houses since Dorothy Holloway started it. And Michael ordered pizzas magazines on his cell phone. Mr. Carter took his cell phone. He don't have it no more. Mr. Carter's going to keep it. You know the power's out. His cell phone's completely cut off. He's being good so far. Yep, so far. To Mike Valentino from the Gold's Gym staff. To Mike Valentino for the subject. Hello, Mike. You hope as well. Quick note, a quick heads up. There's a guy with special needs who works at the gym, cleans the exercise equipment, treadmills, etc. Throughout the day, there's a guy named Michael. As I work out, and always keep my eye on him. Then he tends to clean the machines near me. Anyway, then over the past several months, Michael's behavior is getting more and more aggressive as an outburst. Currently, I see him walking to behind the treadmills. He kicked the machine and broke it when there was an old lady, 65 and over, was walking on it and causing her slightly tripped. He kicked abundant bicycles, ordering pizzas magazines on his cell phone, stealing things out of the office, throwing buckets of water, screaming cuss, hitting his head and broke a window. Today, Michael was cleaning the treadmill next to me. He would start beating on the television screen. After that, he pulled the control cable between the television screen and keypad and sliced it in two, and he turned that machine off, and he got the out of order sign for it. And he turned it off to ease it up. He told me he didn't do it. It broke since he was cleaning it. He went outside and minded his own business. And I told your brother Pat about the wire when I was leaving. I am concerned Mike was doing bad things in this feature. By Pat Valentino and Bruce Kirkman, mailed in 2008. North Carolina Division of Vocational Rehab Office, Department of Health and Human Services, progress review. This is a report of progress towards going to work. Michael, I received a phone call yesterday from a job coach. Tiffany Rudd started it. He had been terminated from the employer, Gold's Gym. Your termination was due to inappropriate behavior. There had been display on the shoplifting camera where you were at work. On several options, be responsible for wiping down and cleaning the exercise machines when observed by management becoming aggressive while doing so. You also became upset when you were at work and damaged the television. The managers at Gold's Gym also said that during this time. You pushed or tampered with the treadmill and broke it when it was in use by an elderly lady, and this caused her to trip and break a leg on the machine. Now, if she decided not to report the matter to Greg Carter or the police, Michael, on the assumptions of scat buses being late, you have been observed hitting yourself in the head while on the floor, act up inappropriately because of this behavior. It has led to a termination from Gold's Gym on the privileged jobs. You have displayed inappropriate behavior. It has led to a termination from the company. Tiffany Rudd has worked hard to assist with monitoring inappropriate behavior when you're at work, then job development, test and training. Michael, this is important that you understand that different location employment. At this time, it will be putting your case on hold. During this time, you need to get in touch with your mental health provider as soon as possible. Schedule time for therapy to discuss your behaviors and interactions with others before we begin job development again. If you have any questions, please feel contact me at 336-315-2016. Signedly, Deanna Edward. Deanna Edward Cancer Signature, mailed in 2008. Record time 3:26 p.m. Kitty cat number. Miss Murphy told me no more girly magazines is against the rules and regulations. You and Mr. Carter had that conversation. If you do it again, Mr. Carter said he's going to put you out of the school home. Miss Murphy, with girly magazines destroying it. Miss Murphy telling Mr. Carter what we talked about. No more girls magazines. Do you know it's against the rules and regulations? Remember, me and you had a conversation that happens again. It will get you discharged from the group home. You'll be living on the streets. You don't supposed to have girls magazines put up in your room. Do you know it's against the rules and regulations? Remember, we had that conversation that happens again, it would get you discharged. Listen, if you find any girls' magazines with titty bras and breasts in them, give it to Miss Murphy. She's going to destroy it. Yep, what is that? Bloody birthday. What are we going to do? We're going to destroy that book. Greg Carter says, Michael Fagg, come here. No, I heard he was talking back to Miss Murphy. You cuss at her and spit at her. There'll be consequences. You have to put you on punishment. Sorry about that. Sorry, don't cut it. Greg Carter says, Michael Fagg, you're on punishment. 2 weeks, don't tell me to get your TV radio and put it in the basement. Don't put it in the basement. Let's put it in the foyer. We'll see how you act. Me and Dorothy Holloway talked about it, and I apologize to Miss Murphy. Tell you sorry, didn't mean to talk back to her. That's okay. You accept my apology. May get my TV back. Wait for Greg Carter to come in and talk about it. Greg Carter says, Michael Fagg, you get your TV back on Friday. Don't get upset. No, don't get upset. Greg Carter told Miss Murphy, get my TV back Friday. Yes, he told me. May I get my TV radio back? Wait till Mr. Carter to come in. He'd give it to you. He'll be over here today. Okay. Michael, Miss Murphy's calling you. Did you remember you went in the office without permission, stole the keys? That means I'm taking that TV for a couple of days. It's going in the basement. You ready? Michael gives his TV back July 1st. Wednesday, July 1st, Michael TV back. Greg, did you remember went in the office without permission, took the keys? No, I heard I want to catch you do that again. You know better. You get my TV back Wednesday. Yes, don't get upset. I want you to get upset. Told Linda Rhodes you got in trouble before. Yes, she did right to me last week. I went in the office without permission, stole the keys. Later today, I get my TV back. Greg Carter has to come in and give it to me. Dorothy says, Mike, you need to put stuff back in the kitchen. You can go downstairs and get your TV, put it back in your room, and Charles get his TV back in tomorrow. Yep. Greg Carter says, Michael Fagg, come in my office. We have a little meet with you. Close this door up. We're going to send you to this library up the street. Listen, any bad reports, I'm pulling you out. No computers. Just read a book or magazine. I'm going to be good. We'll see. North Carolina Division of Vocational Rehab Office, Department of Health and Human Services, Progress Review. There's a report of progress towards going to work. Michael, I received a phone call yesterday from a job coach. Tiffany Rudd started it. You had been terminated from the employer, Gold's Gym. Your termination was due to inappropriate behavior. There had been display on the shoplifting camera where you're at work. On several options, you're responsible for wiping down and cleaning the exercise machines, were observed by management becoming aggressive while doing so. You also became upset when you were at work and damaged the television. The managers at Gold's Gym also said that during this time. You pushed or tampered with the treadmill and broke it where it was being used by elderly lady, and this caused her to trip and break a leg on the machine. Now, if she decided not to report the matter to Greg Carter or the police. Michael, on his options with scat buses being late, you had been observed to hit yourself in the head while on the floor and act up inappropriately because of this behavior. It has led to a termination from Gold's Gym. On privileged jobs, you have displayed inappropriate behavior and has led to a termination from the company. Tiffany Rudd has worked hard to assist with much inappropriate behavior when you're at work, did job development, tips, and training. Michael, it's important that you understand that the location appointment. At this time, there would be putting your case on hold. During this time, you need to get in touch with your mental health provider as soon as possible. Schedule time for your therapy to discuss your behaviors and interactions with others and before begin job development again. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at 336-315-2016. Silently, Deanna Edward. Deanna Edward Cancer Center, May 2008. Record time 3:26 p.m. Kitty cat number. Tell Mr. Carter being slick. What is that? Playboy magazines. I'm going to show these to Mr. Carter. Dorothy told me don't get upset, just calm down. Right, I'm not going to tell Mr. Carter you this time. If you catch you with those nasty magazines again, I will tell him you're going to get put out of this group home. Right. You get your TV back. You cannot use any bad words. You cannot talk back to staff. You're supposed to be respectful. Don't get upset, just calm down. Right, I'm not going to tell Mr. Carter you this time. I'll catch you with those nasty magazines again. I will tell him you're going to get put out of this group home. Get your TV back. You can't use bad words. You can't talk back to staff. You're supposed to be respectful. Apologize to Miss Murphy. Tell you sorry. Didn't mean talk back to her. That's okay. You accept my apology. Yep. And Patsy says, Micah, you stay in this band because you did a very bad thing at the library and I'm very disappointed in you. Okay, on account of my eye, you're not getting nothing out of me anymore. I'm sick and tired of Michael's library mess ordering pieces. Steve Robinson's talking about cigarettes. I'm sick and tired of yours and Wendell Hightower, Richie Garson's, and Michael Fagg's mess. And that time we pulled a prank. Michael Fagg's still there ordering pieces to Brown Summit in Summerfield, Reinsville. You can get arrested for that and go to jail. Shoplifting is stealing, and silly names to get you in trouble. Where trouble starts. Silly names to get you in a lot of trouble, honey. Yep, we have to read the rules and regulations about keeping a job. Yep. To Mike Valentino from the Gold's Gym staff. To Mike Valentino from the subject. Hello, Mikey Hope as well. Quick note, a quick heads up. There's a guy with special needs who works at the gym, cleans the exercise equipment, treadmills, etc. Throughout the day, there's a guy named Michael. As I work out and always keep my eye on him. Then he tends to clean the machines near me. Anyway, over the past several months, Michael's behavior is getting more and more aggressive as an outburst. Currently, I see him walking behind these treadmills. He kicked the machine and broke it when there's an old lady, 65 and over, was walking on it and causing her to suddenly trip. He kicked abundant bicycles, ordering pieces magazines on his cell phone, stealing things out of the office, throwing buckets of water, screaming cuss, hit his head and broke a window. Today, Michael was cleaning the treadmill next to me. He would start beating on the television screen. After that, he pulled the control cable.